Hey everyone, it's Colette, and today I'm going to show you the Draftback extension in Google Docs. Now, how this extension works is first you do have to go to the Chrome store and download it, but once you do, what it does is it renders and will show you a student's writing process. So essentially how they're typing and when they're typing. So after you have gone to the Chrome store, downloaded the extension and refreshed your browser, click on the little button that says Draftback. Then what you're going to see is a rendering of the student's work. Now, depending on how many revisions that student has, that will dictate the amount of time that it takes to render. Obviously, the more revisions, the longer it takes. I really love this extension. It is so fantastic when I am reading a piece of work and I've noticed that the students kind of veered off course, or that their tone or their voice is indistinct, or that like their formatting and the way they're writing is completely off topic, or just not what they were supposed to be doing. This gives me a great idea of what that thought process looked like, as well as if I suspect that maybe a student was plagiarizing or they were procrastinating, it actually will show me in real time. And I'll show you what I mean. So once it's finished rendering, you click view and it's going to open up in a new tab. And what you see in front of you right now is an actual real-time typing. So it'll tell you when it was happening, what time it was happening, and then it'll show you how they typed. So what I love about this, as opposed to the version history in Google Docs, is that if a student was perhaps being not the best digital citizen, or they were saying something inappropriate, I am able to go back and show them that I can still see it, and that once they put something out on the internet or out anywhere, it stays regardless of whether or not they think they've deleted it. It's really nice to go through this when I have the time to see how a student's revision process is working, whether or not they are revising after they finish typing. And I love how it just gives me an idea of when my students are working and how they're working. So you can speed up the rate at which the typing happens. So if you're wanting to see if there were large chunks added, this is one of the way when I have students who plagiarize, this is probably one of the easiest ways to catch them, because all of a sudden big chunks of text will be appearing on the screen for me. So I can also choose to play at the actual speed and it'll show me how fast that they were typing. Now, another thing that I really like are the document graphs and statistics. So when I click on that, a new window opens and it shows me what days and when and what time the student was working on their assignment. So in this case, you can see that they we're working on it Thursday and Friday. They were working on it on the weekend. I was so happy to see that they were doing their homework, but it really gives me a great idea of when they were working. It is a great extension. I love using it, and I find that it really holds the students accountable as well, because then they see how fast they're working in real time. And for my students who do not like revisions and don't like revising, when they go and they see that, ooh, I should have changed that, or I did have the time to make that change, it's really eye-opening for them. But yeah, so that's Draftback. Again, you can just find it right here on your Google Docs. Unfortunately, it only works in Google Docs. And one thing I have found with this is that if I put a table or a chart that I want students to fill in the doc, it kind of plays with the formatting of this and makes it super wonky. But other than that, it's a great extension and I love using it.